Hey guys, I'm Dr. Carrie. Thank you so much for joining us on Vet Ranch RoundUp. I am really excited about this week. We have a lot of cases going on. If you are not familiar with the cases that we currently are working on, you might want to check out the playlist I made that will get you up to speed in order. That way you can kind of just get to know everybody. Also, don't forget to check out our main channel of Vet Ranch if you kind of like what we do and you want to see a different take, like case by case videos. That is always awesome. This is Kiki and Squeaky. You'll learn that if you need to, but everybody else knows them. This week is so exciting. We have Imagination, the bearded dragon. So we're gonna kind of hopefully get all of her new enclosure stuff in and get that set up. I have a new case that animal control dropped off that is a stray, I believe, from a bad situation. Can't wait for you guys to meet her. And I need to show you what this cat is doing to me right now. Hold on, bear with me. It's just so cute how she like makes me pet her. I'll put Kiki over here. Hi, Squeaks. I had an adopter apply and want to adopt Squeaky, but I would not let Squeaky go without Kiki, which I was bummed about because she didn't have any cats, but she only wanted to adopt one cat. And I was like, come on. But they've had enough trauma in their lives. I feel like once they finally get it, they have it made. It would be sad if they didn't have it made together. Anyway, I'm sorry, did I scare you? Uh-oh, he's looking mad like he's about to bite his brother. Anyways, I digress. Let's get this week started and go check out Imagination and meet our new dog. You ready? Let's go. All right, this is a new intake. Animal control called me over the weekend and asked if we could take her. Oh, her nails digging into it is just grossing me out. Because she was a stray that they found, which clearly is a medical case. She looks like she had an embedded collar, but there's several different rings, so I don't know what happened. Regardless, she's really sweet, clearly. And we are going to sedate her, heartworm test her, get a stool sample, and clean this thing up and see what's going on.
Could you not rub your decapitation on me? Could you not? Is that possible? You're stinky.
I love her already.
Are you gonna have a best friend in Hera? She looks like she has a decapitation wound. Did that scare you? I'm sorry.
She's too much, too much.
Hey, good girl. Oh, that's a good girl.
No, it's an embedded collar.
Okay.
Yeah. Ready?
Oh, that's a good girl. That's a good girl. She just wants scratch.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Oh, yeah. No ticks.
Oh, that was
Oh,
sweet.
she has one tick right here.
Sweet.
Look at that. Let's get you Provecto and get rid of all those extra
Oh,
friends.
she's got one big one right there.
And then a
Let's see.
small one right there.
Yeah.
Gross. Okay, let's get you a Provecto.
Well, I think that one's dead. It's still stuck in there. And then it had dirty ears.
4 ears,
Dirty ears.
Well, our girl is heartworm positive, control, Lyme, anaplasmosis, Ehrlichia heartworms. And these are tick-borne diseases, which I think would be real important for her, obviously, because she had tons of ticks. The heartworm is positive. We're checking for microfilaria now, but since she's asleep, we're gonna go ahead and take chest x-rays and do full blood work to kind of stage the heartworms and see how advanced they are. All right, this is kind of hard to see, but this is her blood smear. So all of these are red blood cells, and this little translucent thing that's moving the red blood cells is a microfilaria. So that is a baby heartworm. So we know there's adult females and males in her that are producing these babies that live in her bloodstream, in her arteries. Poor baby. All right, here are the x-rays for her. Her heart, she's laying on her side right now. Here's her head up here, and then tail would be down this way. But she's laying on her side, and this is her heart, and it is pretty enlarged, and she definitely has some changes in her lungs as well. And if you look at this, her heart has that typical reverse D appearance, like a capital D backwards, which is very indicative of heartworms. So she's definitely not a stage 1. I'd probably call her like stage 2 heartworms, but not clinically affected. And then here's her blood work. Let me see. Pretty good. I mean, she's got some high white cells, mildly elevated. But other than that, it looks great. So we're gonna go ahead and give her a week or so to settle in, and then go ahead and treat her for heartworms so we can get that started. Crazy. I wonder what it was, because there's so many.
I don't know.
Like a rope?
Yeah, there's this one too, and it makes like 2 different lines.
Oh my gosh. It almost seems more like something was tied, on purpose tight, because usually the collar ones are just like one
line.
deep strangulation. Like, look at that even. Go girl. Oh, her tail's wagging. She's just awake enough for her tail to start wagging. Look. That girl. Ears are clean, kind of irritated from where some of the ticks were, but much better. So we are gonna reverse her, and then she should wake up pretty quickly. Well, we decided to call her Twyla from one of my favorite shows, Schitt's Creek. And Twyla is an escape artist. See these little carabiners here? Even with one, she could shimmy her little body out. Now with 2, she tries, but she's gonna be trouble. She was out this morning at large in this area. Look what she just found out. She sits and shakes. How does a dog like that have an embedded collar? So sad.
Everything's healed up beautifully. Every time I put staples in, I'm like, don't put so many staples in next time, dude. And I never learn. Alright, all the staples are out. Looks really good. Casey, let's go run around. Look at that stump. You look good, good, good. You're feeling good too, aren't you? Good girl. Good girl. Alright, Casey's all done. She looks like $1 million. Right, right.
This is where these cats basically live. Uh-oh, you can see in my purse how messy it is. They live on my desk as like little statues when I'm working, and then they give everybody the evil eye that comes in, like, excuse me, queen, do they have permission to speak to you? All right, we're just going to move through the Bordetella, which Abandoned Pet Project wants us to do. And then that way we can be ready to go.
Sometimes like when we need distraction, you know.
Go play Florida. Yeah, what's happening here? It's like it's coming back, guys.
That's no good.
Ought to be wearing gloves. I'm freaking out.
He wants to have some dippity dips.
He wants this? No, he's like, no, please no. Like that one, look.
This is like smeared on his face.
Oh, bud. Nervous because you're out in real life. You're out in the world. Look
comes the vaccine time.
Well, I think we just need to bite the bullet and schedule him for neuter and amputation and get it done. He just doesn't use his other leg normally because he's hunched down all the time. He has no muscle there. And it's not good for him as he's wearing down the skin.
But what are we gonna do about all this stuff on your face?
But he's just getting so big.
Yeah, he is.
It's like he's not a kitten anymore. Well, Helen is all loaded up with her new knot friends, and we are gonna go ahead and take them to the clinic and see how they do. I hate her color right now because she's so stressed, but I think they'll be happier once they get into their dream home. So they made transport, and I'm just adding little bits of water in, and then this is her new aquarium. It's cycled, and then I have some fish that have been in here for a little bit, just making sure all the parameters are good for her. And the others, of course. Next two, having trouble figuring out how to go. So there they are. You can hardly see Helen because she's all stressed out and turned black again. But then there's the other ones hiding in the grass. So we're just gonna give them some time and probably turn off the lights. It's been off for quite a while, but turn them off early and let them get all settled in. Her brothers are getting neutered, so she's in here by herself for a little bit. She doesn't know what to do. What to do. Also, I was gonna mention that I almost always try, if people don't have a kitten, to get people to adopt kittens in pairs because they are just well-rounded adult cats when they're socialized with other cats and kittens. And also they don't bite as much because they're not constantly doing the rabbit kick and like the bear hug of your arm like this. Look, this is the number I'm talking about. This. Who has a kitten that does this? Get it another kitten and it won't do this as much. Promise. Because it gets all that play out with its friend. Yes. Yes, Ferrari. Yes. It is neuter day for the boys. Corvette, Bugatti,
Lambo.
Lambo. I always forget. So we're gonna go ahead and inject them, which they just absolutely hate this part. Oh gosh, Wendy's showing off the technique.
I am not.
Oh, that was beautiful. So good.
They're so confused about why their leg is doing
Why
that.
did I get shaky kid syndrome? Well, look who's awake from surgery. It's only been about 30 minutes and they are no worse for the wear. Clancy! So I think Clancy is well enough now that we can go ahead and vaccinate him. And he looks like he's urinating in his litter box, which is a definite improvement. He's at least, you know, going bigger amounts and in an appropriate spot instead of still straining. At first we were just happy that he was going in general, even if it was a million spots outside the box, but now he's able to go in the box, larger amounts, so just headed down the track to be a normal kitten. Kitten. All right, let's weigh our little dude. About 1.9. Look at that belly though. Wow. Can I come in that? Yeah, please. It'll be fine. Terrible for blood draws, fine for other things. So I'm not sure if I updated or not, but Cleo was doing a lot better. We put her back with Crimson, and then she spiked a fever again and had bloody nasal discharge, so was doing poorly. So we have her back on fluids and she started doing better, but she's just not eating great and she's continuing to lose weight. So get some recheck blood work on her here in a bit, going, and then see what's happening with her. She doesn't have much of an immune system possibly, so I'm really worried that this could be the thing that gets her for good since she's that 5E positive. So don't say that. So I made April get this worm out because it's gross. She just got out of her bath and she pooped. Dust.
Are you salting it? What, are you seasoning it?
We put the little flavor on the lid. Delicious.
Get off, get off, get off. Ooh, he's so nasty. Okay, I'm gonna put him in with it. And her, and she's like, guys.
Does everybody have to watch me eat?
She's looking at them. I think she just wants to turn around and get on her hammock. Well, we kind of redid her enclosure a little bit. She is not interested in those super worms or hornworms right now, but she went straight to this water and got in, so that makes me feel good. And then we got the new temperature and humidity kind of gauges in the back now. And there's warmth underneath. I got a different bulb on the top so that we can actually turn out the lights at night and she can rest from that while hopefully staying warmer. So we'll see. I think once we fix everything else, hopefully she'll start to get back to eating. We got the new enclosure for Imagination and it's pretty awesome. Everybody already put it together for me today. And then I am going to set up the new light and all the other good stuff we got in. Got the light on. Wasn't without mistakes, but at least that's warming up. All right, I think we have a setup going. It took a while for us to figure out plugs and things like that. So we have the warmie under here, which is just like a little plant warmer. Then the snuggle safe that we warm up so we can get some heat from below. And then the ambient light for heat. And then the ceramic light. And then our big UV light, which I wanted to put in there so there wasn't anything blocking it, because I think that's going to be the key to her getting better. However, it's pretty shady. It's just up there with like a BOGO sticker, so it might fall. But she seems to be enjoying it so far. We're able to get higher temps. If she doesn't start eating soon, we're going to have to probably start force feeding her or tube feeding her.
Eat the worms, girlfriend. Eat it.
She's not eaten since we've had her in like a week.
She's opening her mouth.
Come on, baby, look alive. Oh, shoot, she's gonna eat it. Okay. Stay calm. It went under her body. Okay, you're gonna have to get off your hammock for a second, lazy bones. I'm like, stay calm, and I'm freaking the fuck out. Get that off the camera. Wendy! She ate it! Got it! She ate it! She ate the worm!
Good girl.
Good girl, Imagination! Ah, look at me, I'm so like red and like excited. Recheck on Hera, we're gonna laser her again. It's a constant thing. So we'll hydro first and then laser her. But look, the bottom is now completely healed. And then it's getting smaller as we go. So it's contracting in. Oh, the top's almost healed too. Yay! You get healed up and then you can have a friend. wrapping up another week. I think this one was successful. I'm still a little worried about Cleo, but I think she's gonna get back to herself, I'm hoping, with eating a little bit more. And so pumped that Imagination ate. I mean, that just makes my entire week right there, because I was on the verge of having to start force feeding her, which you don't want to have to do with reptiles. And Helen finally gets to be with other fish in a actual aquarium setting, so hopefully she does well with that, even though she's stressed. And then just finishing up normal stuff that we have to do, spays and neuters. And I love Twyla, our new girl. Can you even believe that she sits and shakes? I mean, that makes me so sad. Like, how did her journey end the way it did? In a shelter to be euthanized after suffering, I can't even imagine, causing all those lacerations. So if only they could talk and tell us our story. But if they could talk, I know they would say thank you so much for all your support. Thank you to everyone who donates to Abandoned Pet Project. Hold on, let me show you how cute this cat is. Because without that, we would not be able to rescue animals like Squeaky and Kiki and give them the best medical care possible. And thank you guys so much for our patrons. Come here, baby. Thank you for our patrons who help us tremendously by allowing us to still put this content out there. Thank you guys so much for watching our videos. Hope you subscribe and like this video, and we'll see you next time. Bye.